Welcome back, students. In the class of control systems today, we will be studying about the root locus. What is root locus? Root locus is the graphical representation where we will come to know about the transient stability as well as the response of the system. So, now we will do a problem on the root locus. So, how to find the root locus and how to find out the other parameters of the system, we will come to know step by step. So, what is the step by step way of doing the root locus or finding out the root locus is we will discuss now. So, we first given an equation, and that equation we will be finding out the number of poles and the number of zeros and plotting on the graph. Okay. Now, let us begin. So, the question will be like this: plot the graph, plot the root locus for the equation given as g of s into h of s is equals to g of s into h of s is equals to k into k by s into s plus 1 into s plus 3, k by s into s plus 1 into s plus 3. Okay. Like that the equation will be given to you. So, what you have to do here is first you have to find out the step 1. What is step 1? So, step 1 is first you have to find the number of poles. So, the number of poles of the equation, So, what are the number of poles of equation are given as s is equals to 0, s is equals to minus 1 and s is equals to minus 3 are the poles. Okay. Now, this is step 1. After doing the step 1, what is the next step? You have to find out the step 2 also. So, after knowing the poles, you have to find out the step 2. Now, we will find the asymptotic angle, that is we will find the asymptotic angle here, that is we will find like theta q, theta is equals to 2q plus 1 into pi by p minus z. That means that theta is equals to 2q plus 1 into p by pi minus z is equals to, where q is equals to 0, 1, 2. Why? Because we are having here 3 poles. So, it is the q also will be from 0, 1 and 2 only. So, we will start from 0 and end it at 2. And p minus z means the number of poles is 3, 1, 2 and 3, and number of zeros is 0. So, what we can write here is theta is equals to 2 into 0 plus 1 into pi by 3. So, first one is pi by 3 for 0, and next is you will be having 2q plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3 pi by 3, that is pi, and at 2 you will be having here 2q plus 1 means 2 you substitute here, 2 into 2 4, 5 pi by 3. So, 5 pi by 3 will be there. So, here this is nothing but your 180 degrees and this is 300. So, we got the asymptotic angle, this is step 2. Okay. Now, we go for the step 3. Now, we will find out the step 3, that is centroid. What is centroid? Centroid is nothing but the sum of the poles minus sum of the zeros minus sum of zeros divided by number of poles minus number of zeros. So, the sum of poles is here minus 0, minus 1, minus 3 divided minus of 0. So, divided by p minus z, that is equals to minus 4 by 3, that is equals to minus 1.33. So, centroid is minus 1.33. What is centroid? Centroid is nothing but it is the intersection of all the asymptotes. Okay. When you are drawing the root locus, you will be knowing what is centroid, what is this root locus, as well as what are the breakaway points, we will come to know. Next is after drawing the centroid, this is step 3. Step 4 is finding a breakaway point. So what is step 4? Breakaway point. Breakaway point. How to find out the breakaway point? dk by ds is equals to 0. How to do this dk by ds is equals to 0? We will come to know now. So first of all, you have to write here g of s into h of s is equals to 1. Modulus of g of s into h of s is equals to 1. So we have to remember this value g of s into h of s is equals to 1. So we will write here g of s into h of s is equals to 1, and from that we will find out what is the breakaway point. G of s into h of s is equals to 1. So what is g of s into h of s? K by s into s plus 1 into s plus 3 is equals to 1. So k is equals to s into s plus 1 into s plus 3, that is equals to s square plus 3s. Okay, this equation s into s plus 1 into s plus 3 will give rise this s square plus 1 here, and you will write here 3s square s cube plus 4s square plus 3s, s cube plus 4s square plus 3s. If you multiply all these things, you will get s cube plus 4s square plus 3s. So that is what your k value. So now what we have to do here, dk by ds is equals to 0. So you have to differentiate it. dk by ds is equals to 3s square plus 8s plus 3 is equals to 0. So what we got the equation, 3s square plus 8s plus 3 is equals to 0. So it is a quadratic equation. For this quadratic equation, what you have to do is you have to find out the roots first here. So how to find out the roots for this? It is minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So this is a quadratic equation. So minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a is minus 8 plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac, 3 into 3, 9, 4ac by 2a. So 2 into 3, that is 6. So we get the roots here after solving this one. Minus 8 plus or minus square root of 8 square minus this, it is 36 by 6. So 64 minus 36. Okay, minus 8 plus or minus 64, minus 8 plus or minus square root of 64 minus 36. Okay, it is so we have to write here this value 64 minus 36 by 6. Okay, so you will get here these values as 28 by 6, minus 8 plus or minus square root of 28 by 6. So you will get the complex roots of this equation as minus 0.451 and minus 2.28. Minus roots are minus 0.451 and minus 2.28. So these are the values or the roots of this particular equation, that is minus 0.451 and minus 2.28. So by these values we can say that where the breakaway point lies. Now the breakaway point lies in between this minus 0.451. The breakaway point is minus 4.51. Why? Because we have seen that the root locus is from 0 to minus 1 and from minus 3 to infinity. Not in between minus 1 and minus 3 there is no root locus. So we can plot the breakaway point this at minus 0.451. So we will see now how the drawing of the root locus. Okay. So these two breakaway points are there. Among these two breakaway points we have only minus 0.451 as actual breakaway point, okay, and it is not considered, this one minus 2.8 is not considered because it does not come in the root locus. Okay. The next step is now the finding of the root locus, how to draw the root locus. Okay. Now we will draw the root locus for it. How to draw the root locus we are going to know. Okay. First of all, we have to remember these values of centroid, the breakaway point, as well as this poles. All these things you have to remember and draw the root locus. So it is very simple to draw the root locus now. So we will draw the S-plane first. So this is the S-plane drawn. In this S-plane we have mentioned this origin. After mentioning this origin, what we do is we mention first the number of poles. So what are the number of poles here? The number of poles are already we have done. S is equals to 0, minus 1 and minus 3. So we can draw the root locus. The root locus has 3 branches now. So 3 poles are there. So we have 3 branches of root locus, and we will see that how this will be there. We will see here 0, this is minus 1, this is minus 2, minus 3, and like this so on up to minus infinity. So this is called as the imaginary axis, and this is called as the negative imaginary axis, and this is the positive real axis, and this is negative real axis. In this one, what we do is we will find out the root locus first. First we will draw the root locus from 0 to minus 1. This is the root locus from 0 to minus 1. I am thickening this one. Another root locus is from minus 3 to minus infinity. Okay. Now this is as 0 to minus 1, they are meeting each other like this. So there are 3 branches here. Okay. 0 to minus 1 and minus 1 to 0, they are moving each other like this. And what we find out here now, centroid also we have found out. What is centroid? Minus 1.33. So we will plot the centroid now. So we will plot the centroid, and the centroid here will be given as S is equals to minus 1.33. Minus 1.33, S is equals to minus 1.33 is called as the centroid. So it comes here. The centroid we have plotted. Centroid is equals to minus 1.33. This is called as centroid. Okay. Now after getting the centroid, what we have to do? Now we have to draw the asymptotes. First you have to draw the asymptotes. How to draw the asymptotes for this? Now we have got the asymptote angle, we have to find out. How to find out the asymptote angle? We have done here about the breakaway point as well as centroid. Now we will find the asymptotic angle. How to find out the asymptotic angle is theta is equals to, okay, theta is equals to 2q plus 1 into pi by 180 by p minus z. So here 2q plus 1 into pi by p minus z. Already we have done the asymptotic angle by finding out this one poles and asymptotic angle as well as centroid and breakaway point. Now we have find these values as pi by 3, and also this particular thing is 60, 180 degrees and 300 degrees. The asymptotic angles are 60, 180 and 300 degrees. Out of these 3 angles, what you have to draw is, first you have to draw the 60 degrees angle. Okay, 60 degrees angle, you have drawing the asymptotic angle by the dotted line. Okay. So what we said, the centroid is the intersection of this particular asymptotic angles. So I am intersecting at this particular point and drawing the asymptotic angle, that is 60 degrees here. So this one is 60 degrees, and next asymptotic angle is here 180 degrees in this way, and next asymptotic angle theta 3 is also plotted, theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3 here. Theta 3 is equal to 300. So 300 will be like here. So it is 60 degrees and 180, another one is 300. So 300 degrees, 60 degrees, 180 degrees and 300 degrees we are plotting the asymptotic angles. Now after drawing the asymptotic angles, the other one is you have to plot this particular breakaway point. Where is the breakaway point? Now just now we have calculated the breakaway point is minus 4.51. So what was the breakaway point? Breakaway point is minus 0.451. So this 0.451 lies here, 0.451 lies here, and from this 0.451 you have to draw the breakaway point, and from that you have to draw this particular lines that is intersecting the breakaway point. Okay. So we will draw that one. So you have to draw that particular line like this. It should be along the parallel like this, and our cutting here, and it should draw the imaginary axis. So you draw this line which goes through the breakaway point here, and it is crossing the imaginary axis on both sides, positive imaginary axis and negative real axis, it is cutting there. So we have to draw this, and this is called as the root locus when these roots are given like this, s is equals to 0, -1 and -3. Okay. So the what is the s value is minus 0.451, and we can find out this one as k is equal to 0 here. This is k is infinity, and here also the k value lies. So yes, here the point is minus 4.51, breakaway point is minus 0.451. Okay. So here we have to mention the asymptotes here. This is the asymptote 1. This is one asymptote, this line, and this is second asymptote. And this is also the one asymptote. Okay, in this line you are drawing asymptote. Okay, these three are the asymptotes by at 60 degrees, 180 and 300. 60, 180 and 300 degrees. Okay. So as we have seen that here asymptote, one asymptote is moving along infinity direction here, and here at making a 60 degrees angle it is also moving along infinity direction. Okay, and here it is another one asymptote is making 300 degrees and moving along the infinity direction here. So all the three asymptotes are moving away from the this particular axis. Again, the real axis one asymptote is there, and to the imaginary axis there are two asymptotes moving in different angles of 60, 300 and 180 degrees. So in this we are plotting the things like root locus. First it was a root locus drawn here, that is 0 to -1, and then we are drawing the root locus -3 to -infinity, and then what you have done is you have to plot the centroid. Centroid s is equals to -1.33. As we got the value, we are plotting it as here s is equals to -1.33. And next, what is the breakaway point? Breakaway point was found out by dk by ds is equals to 0, that is g of s into h of s is equals to 1, and we have got the value. After that, what we did is 0.451 was the breakaway point selected, because you do not have any root locus between that -2.28 value. So -2.28 is somewhere here, but the root locus does not exist. Root locus only exists here, -3 to -infinity and 0 to -1. So we are drawing this particular thing as a root locus here, and this is that point, the asymptote point, that is called as centroid, and we are getting these three values. So for this type of question, the problem will be asking the root locus, plot the root locus, and we have to do it step by step by finding out the root locus first, and next finding out this particular equation, and from that we are getting the value of the centroid and asymptotic angle, and later the breakaway point. Okay, and sometimes the complex roots also arises. So the complex roots arises, then the case is different. Okay, when the complex roots arises, the value will be from this is real, and imaginary axis, the values will be there -1 plus j. So then we have to plot it somewhere here like this. So that also problems can be done. So for the simple equation, the root locus is given, you can solve the problem like this. Okay, thank you students for listening this lecture on the root locus, and we will be solving the problem on the root locus for a different type of problem. Okay, I will end the class here, and next problem we will do on the root locus with different equations. Thank you.